This is 31 Questions with Kublai Khan. What is your full title and how did you earn it?
My full title is Kublai Khan, Emperor of the Mongol Empire and founder of the Yuan dynasty. I earned my title by conquering China and establishing a new imperial order.
What was it like growing up in the Mongol Empire?
Growing up in the empire was a lesson in steppe tradition and the immense power of my grandfather's legacy.
How did being related to Genghis Khan influence your path to power?
Being Genghis Khan's grandson opened doors, but it was my own actions in China that secured my power.
What was your strategy when conquering this region?
My strategy for conquering China combined overwhelming force with persuading defection from the Song court.
How do you want people to describe your leadership style?
I want people to describe my leadership as pragmatic, blending Mongol strength with Chinese administration.
Did you face major rebellions and how did you respond?
I faced rebellions and responded with decisive force to crush them, then implemented firm control.
Do you think conquest was justified or was it simply about power?
Conquest was justified to bring order and unity under heaven's mandate, not merely to power.
What's the difference between Mongol fighting style and that of your enemies?
Mongol style emphasized speed and horsemanship, while our enemies often relied on static infantry.
How did locals react to Mongol rule?
Locals initially resisted, but eventually accepted our rule for the stability it brought.
How do you treat local elites and scholars?
I treated local elites and scholars with respect, employing them in my administration to help govern.
Did you consider yourself a fair ruler?
I suppose I do consider myself fair. I did adapt laws to fit customs of the people.
How did you maintain loyalty among your governors and generals?
I maintained loyalty through shared spoils, prestigious titles, and keeping their families close at court.
What impact did Mongol rule have on trade in your region?
Mongol rule greatly boosted trade by securing the routes across Asia.
How did you ensure merchants and artisans could thrive?
I ensured merchants and artisans could thrive by protecting trade routes and offering tax incentives. I used taxes and tribute to fund infrastructure and military, strengthening the empire.
Was the Silk Road more secure under your rule?
Yes, the Silk Road was far more secure and prosperous under my rule.
How did you deal with many religions in your territory?
By tolerating them all, finding value in Buddhism, Taoism, and others.
What role did art or architecture play in your religion?
Art and architecture, like the White Pagoda, were vital expressions of Buddhist devotion.
What do you consider your greatest accomplishments as a Mongol ruler?
Unifying all of China under the Yuan dynasty.
What lasting infrastructure or institutions were created during your rule?
I established a new capital at Dadu and unified paper currency systems.
How did Mongol rule improve daily life for common people?
It improved my life by securing trade routes which lowered prices and increased goods.
What hardships did people suffer under your rule?
People suffered from heavy taxes and forced labor.
How do you want future generations to remember you?
As the Khan who unified China and embraced his culture.
Do you think your rule was more constructive or destructive?
I believe my rule was ultimately constructive, forging a vast connected empire.
What global impacts did the Mongol Empire have thanks to your leadership?
The empire's global impact was creating an unprecedented era of trans-Eurasian trade.
If you could change one decision you made, what would it be?
It would be the failed naval expeditions against Japan.
What's one food from your empire that you can't live without?
Roasted lamb from the northern plains.
What's a piece of advice you'd give to a future leader?
Understand the people you rule because you won't be ruling for long.
Do you ever miss the old nomadic lifestyle of the Mongols?
I do sometimes miss the simplicity.
What song, poem, or story best describes your life?
Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
That's all the questions we have. Thank you so much for letting us interview you.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.